everyone, Two Rider here, coming to you from a rather drizzly Surrey, but on quite an interesting bike. Now, I thought what I'd do this Wednesday, I've changed plan a little bit, because I was going to bring you another episode today, or an update, but I'll talk about that in a minute. But I thought I'd do an update with you to let you know what's coming up on the channel. So I've got quite a lot of stuff in the can, which is all in the process of editing. So I thought, I'll change what I'm going to do today, and I'll just tell you what's coming up, so you can decide whether you want to put notifications on or subscribe, whatever it is. I'm not one on this channel for trying to beat you over the head saying you must subscribe. If you enjoy it, you enjoy it, and you'll come back. If you don't, you won't. But I'm doing my best for you, and I'm developing it as I go along, so with different things. So yeah, if you do subscribe, great, helps the channel, but don't worry if you don't. So let's look at what I've got coming up. So this is something I've been doing, and if you might have seen in some of the early episodes, is the CB500X Africa Tiny Africa 500 project, and that's really moving on apace. So that's going to be the next episode, and that's going to be coming up this Saturday. I've done a lot with that, and this is why I've changed it a little bit, because there's extra stuff I've put on there, so it's a bit of a longer video for this Saturday for that. So that's quite interesting. Well, hopefully you find it interesting. I'm giving you more of an update on the pricing, how much it's cost us so far, and stuff like that. But cosmetically, it's pretty done now. The next bike we'll have on the channel is a Suzuki GSX8. That was a nice bike to ride. I had that for a couple of days and really did some good riding on that, but I came to some more conclusions about what I feel about the bike. That'll probably be in the next couple of weeks. You'll see that, so keep an eye out for that episode. Some of the channel bikes, so the Hunter 350 and also the Interceptor, they're due for a sort of another look, particularly the Hunter, because we've not done so much on that for a little while. Obviously I've altered the seat for Karen to ride and that, and she's done a lot of riding on that, and she's really enjoying that. So there's a few little updates on that to come. That'll be an episode together with the two Enfields. So we've also got this bike that I'm actually riding here. I want to call it the Harley LiveWIRE, but Harley are not such a big partner in this business now. But that GSX that I rode, the 800 or the 8, was fast. This is in a different league. You really cannot believe how fast this thing was. Well, I can believe how fast it was. And even though both bikes actually got very similar horsepower, this bike could handle it due to its weight. But I watched the episode. That's going to come up again in another couple of weeks. But wow, what a piece of kit this was, and it's something I really wanted to ride, and I discussed that in the episode. Another episode I'm going to do, and I've been asked about this a few times on the channel, is about what camera equipment I use and how I do my filming and narration and bits and pieces. So that'll be an episode coming up, because I have a system that I work to, and I was going to show you about the editing software in DaVinci Resolve and how I've learnt that, and I do all that sort of work. So people might find that interesting, even if you're just doing, not necessarily for YouTube, but just for your own entertainment. And I'll cover the bits on YouTube, how you get the set up a YouTube channel and keep yourself legal and all the rest of it with copyright and stuff. So people might find that interesting. So that's going to come up probably in the next couple of months maybe. I'm going to have some more bikes coming up, so I'm going to look to have a go on the Enfield Gorilla, and also I'm going to try and get a ride on some of these CF motos, only because I just want to see, is the hype really justified, and what I think about the bikes, because I've ridden other bikes in that sort of line, and I just want to see, are they that good? Are there any problems? Has anybody had any problems with those bikes now as we've gone on? But not that we will, but I just thought I'd see if I can get a ride on one of those. And then if there's any bikes that people want me to ride, I know people requested the Speed 400, which I did last week. So if there's any bikes people want me to try and get hold of, then I'll have a go. and give you my 5 penny worth on my thoughts. And I remember, these things are always a very personal view, and I think that's always really important to remember. It's my thoughts on the bike. Some of my thoughts might be quite quirky and things that other people don't think about, and they're all done with a little bit of humour as well. But what I always try to make sure with my reviews, they are unbiased. They're not tainted by where I'm borrowing the bikes from. They're an honest review, my honest thoughts on them. There's only so much you can comment on when you have a bike for a short period, and but I think I can give a fairly good overview of the bike, and I like the instant impressions, because it's like anything, if you taste some food and you don't like it, you don't like it straight away. You don't have to sit there chewing it for 4 hours to work out why you don't like it. So they're my sort of style of review. And obviously we have quite a few, or I have quite a few bikes in the fleet, if you like. And I have a lot of colleagues which have certain bikes which I can use and borrow, so get a more balanced perspective on what I'm looking at. So that's where we are. So the next bike coming up will be a update on the CB500X Africa 500, what you want to call it. That's coming this Saturday, which is the 31st, I believe. So in the meantime, look after yourselves, ride safe, and remember to subscribe. You knew that was coming, didn't you? And I'll see you in the next episode. Take care.